Let's start. I'm back again, guys. Like a bad penny. You just can't get rid of me. There we are. I am all recovered from my Independence Day debauchery. Lowlands and North Downs. Well, let's just cash in some of those. I think after the stream the other day, I spent some time in here just doing crafting stuff. Get that off stream because it's boring. Memory serves. I made myself a new bow. It's not great, but it's better than what I had. It's fine. It's fine. Cash in some tasks. Let's say 5 of them. And we'll scour our quests. See what's available. Well, I know we want the bounties, as those are repeatables. In fact, looking at that, I don't. And works. Do I already have the work? Do I still have the wargs one? Is that why it's not showing up? It must be. We're in the North Downs. I have the warg bounty already. Let me cash in and then we'll figure out which quests we're going to track down. And a good afternoon, barely, to whomever has joined me. Task board's there. Broken wood spears, yes. Coarse furs. Yep. Piles of large filth. Large filth. Tough sword sheaths. No tough sword sheaths, so.
Greetings.
Greetings. Hey, and we're getting rep this time.
What do you need?
These turn-ins give rep.
Greetings.
And we got a couple more. Back to wood spears. And the coarse furs.
What can I do for you? What do you need?
And that is the tasks for the day. So now we'll figure out what kind of quest we want to do. Pass of Nan Lathrin, we're going to go fast to. Fellowship quest. That one I wasn't nuts about. Collect stolen grain. Ah, yes. Ruins of Arthedain. Rest of the Earthkin. He's around to the other side. We need Butterbur. Also need wargs. That means we've got 2 quests for wargs right now. One is to kill wargs, and the other is a bounty for killing wargs. So we'll just, for any of those we see. remove those bounties for the same reason. I think the stolen grain is one we want to follow specifically. So I'm a little low energy today. I'm still a little run down. That's usually the case after a night of debauchery. The right tool. I now have the right tool. No quest for bears. I won't bother with bears. Wargs, however, will. Let's start the day off with a nice Heartseeker. Oh, I couldn't even get a crit one shot him. Oh well. Another warg. Smaller warg model. Wargs. Spooters, if I get to them. I took the bounty because there's no reason not to at this point. I have sufficient quest spots. If I happen to end up killing spooters, well, I'm getting credit for it. Now the grain is in an orc camp over here, if memory serves. Heartseeker. Kapow. Critical. One shot. One of my old guildies I sent a message to the other night after getting my legendaries on my brawler on my main account. I sent him a message telling him he had to start playing again because the class item, legendary item, was a beer stein. He's back playing again. I didn't actually expect it would work. But he created a brawler and he's like playing for a little while. He asks, am I supposed to be able to kill everything this fast? And the answer is, evidently, with the brawler, yes. He gets the attack. The hurl attack, which basically is throw an object. The picture's a mug. If your legendary item is a mug, we're going to say he's throwing a mug or a stein at people. And, like, the second time he uses it, he one-shots an on-level mob with it. I do have to inform him that, yeah, generally things are a little easier than they used to be. But you're also at the point where this is particularly much easier. I have to defeat the Ungbur's chieftain in here. And orcs, and more orcs. Orcses. Ah. But I'm pleased I brought back another one of my old friends to at least play a little bit. I'm not sure how long it will stick. that's the chieftain. It is. And he's a Sig. Signature mob. Tougher. Got him. Deed completed for Orcs in the North Downs. Hero of the North Downs. That's me, guys. Hero of the North Downs. And 5 LotRO points, which is what you get, evidently, if you're a hero. I do want to grab this sack of grain before the dude respawns, since he's going to be, as a quest mob, he's going to be on a relatively short respawn timer, I expect. Paths away just as I'm about to perforate him. 4 grain sacks and 5 grain sacks. I need 1 more dead aim and 1 more grim. First. Dead aim. And he's about to be a dead aim on first. I'll also get the bounty done then if I kill 1 extra of any flavor. It's going to be him, so I need 1 more grim after that. I'll finish off 2 quests. Two quests at once. Where's the grim? Where's the grim? No, that's a war captain. There's a grim up with him. In his general vicinity. And there's another grim. I'll take him. That's that. I need 1 more warg. Well, for 1 of the quests, and probably another 1 or 2 for 1 of the others. And where's the butter burr? In that direction. I need to pick some flowers. You have to be a well-rounded hero. You can't just murder things. I've killed enough of them for now. The gobbies. There, another spooter. Where's the butterbur? Am I in the middle of it? Am I amidst it? It's the purplish area, so this large space about here's a little elvish town in here. Butterbur. Our first butterbur. Four more to go. Nothing quite like racking up a whole bunch of quests and turning them all in at the same time. It's fun in every game. So my apologies if I'm a little low energy today. I'm a tad groggy after a long night's sleep. Well, let's grab the stable point while we're here, because to not do so would be foolhardy.
May Govanen.
It may Govanen, may not Govanen. It's really kind of hard to know. I don't think I want to start questing out of here just yet. Rather do more quests out of the Stelden and get that rep up rather than this rep up. Butterbur. Those things unfriendly? I suppose we're going to find out. Since there's 2 Butterbur here, I'm going to kill them both and grab the 2 Butterbur. I need 1 more Butterbur. And that will be all the Butterbur. Butterbur acquired. So another warg. Maybe some spooters. Or bring the herbs to Orthon. Let's see, back. Oh, up there, right. Right. Well, we'll mount up. We'll ride like the wind. Grabbing any wood we find along the way. But not every tater will get picked. Precious. Potatoes. But I might just stop and kill your odd spider as well. A warg? It's a warg. Equip, fire. That's the 8 wargs done. What about the bounty? How many more do I need for the bounty? They've got to be in a particular area those wargs weren't counting. Got it. Counting for one quest, but not for another. You'd think all flavor of wargs would count the same, but evidently no. They've got to be in a particular area to count. And I'm looking. It's a warg. That's a spooter. We will take out the spooter. It's not a particularly impressive whistle. Woo, 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 woo. Interesting, slightly different whistle. I didn't notice. Hadn't noticed that they have multiple little whistles for you. I clicked on loot all, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Alright, the fields around here are... The fields are alive with the sounds of horses. I must have finished off a quest for Gatson. 2 of them. I got him his grain back.
Why are you bothering me?
Why are you bothering me? I brought you your grain. Why are you bothering me? A grain? I had forgotten, for we were attacked while you were away. There, you see? That elf fellow came in the nick of time and took out several invading orcs. It grows ever more turbulent despite our good fortune in receiving aid of late. I worry that we'll soon have to abandon our farm.
Why are
What? You defeated
me?
the orcs and at their source? Wonderful! You've saved me! Hooray! I know it's not much, but I want you to take this reward. You're a true hero, and there's no denying it. Well, when he's right, he's right. His spear. 36.9. It's not as good as what I'm wielding. 248. 3. Yeah, I'll take the shoulders. And his quest.
Stay and hear me out.
Talk to Londrandir. Londrandir. That's, I think, the elves in the south. No, he's right here. Hello, elf.
A shadow is on my spirit.
A shadow is upon my spirit. Can't spell elf without emo. I saw orcs when I passed this way, and I could not turn a blind eye to them. I'm glad I came here in time to save these men. I came seeking aid on the behalf of Lacan, the master of Lyn Gileath, a small refuge of my kindred in the lush land of Meluinen. It is a small thing, no more than a slight stirring of an ill wind. The rangers are not in a position to send someone to Lacan, but perhaps you would go? Journey south. Lyn Gileath is very near the border of Meluinen. If Lacan is not able to speak with you, speak with Aglardir instead. That's the breadcrumb quest to the little elf place in the south. But here I've got herbs for Orthon. Where's Daggerus Workslayer? Is he back in town? I think so. He is. Town. Stelden really a town? More of a ruin? And there's Orthon. Ooh. Lots of branches for me and you. It's yeah. And I spent some time crafting after streaming the other day on this character and account to get my get Woodsman all the way up through second tier mastery, get Forestry up well on its way to tier 3 mastery. Woodworkers started on tier 3 mastery and ready to go on tier 4 for both. Crafting in the game is perfectly functional and fine. Basically standard MMO crafting, a little bit of additional stuff on it. But it can be very time consuming. Not difficult or anything. A lot of time, like if you're processing materials, taking wood and turning it into lumber, it's just very time consuming. It might take 10 minutes of doing nothing but watching your bar move. So it's definitely not good streaming material. Alright, we've finished up all of Torthon's quests. We've got, looks like a couple of turn-ins back at or near Stelden, so we'll boogie back there. And then we'll talk to the guy, the head of the Earthkin, or Yortkin, outside of Stelden, and I think he gives us a bunch of tougher quests. Start getting into the tougher area of the North Down, which is on the east side of Stelden. I will be having a late session this evening, starting at roughly 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I have not yet started kicking asses with my brawler. Just got the legendaries taken care of a couple nights ago. Interesting to see how much beefier she is with the legendaries. At some point I may have to play her a little bit offline just to grind out the legendary pages for her books. which basically is just killing humanoid mobs. 2 different maps. Usually for hours to get all your pages to drop.
What do you need?
Heavy leggings that I can't use. And they had 24 power. What? That's just a terrible stat. Well done. Well done. If only there were more of us in Estelden, we rangers could deal with such creatures ourselves. But all our attention is by necessity consumed by the orc army. Your work is allowing us to gather our forces to deal with the greater threat.
Would you do
Speak
something
with
for me?
Estuien. Back to Estuien. Sell some crap first.
How may I help you today?
You could buy some stuff. The Hammer of Azanul Bazaar. That's actually pretty cool. Oren Vit. I'm going to keep that one and use it. I will not be using the two-handed hammer, however. That, I'm going to wear those shoulder pads, even though they're light armor. And they have Will and Fate. They also have a bunch of Vit, which is better than 8 Edge at this point. They're on. And that's for woodworking, so I keep that.
How may I be of service to you?
I'm going to wear those shoulders. And tempted to go hammer, but it just doesn't make any sense. Edge and Vit, and that one's Fate. Sure, it's nice. Fate's okay. My level's too low. Well, okay, well, I'll be doing that in 1 level. In about 10% of a level, truth be told.
How may I help you today?
You can buy my old shoulders. I need to talk to Estuien. She's here in town. I don't know, I guess town is a little bit of an overstatement, but it's not nothing. It's old ruins. Sure.
What do you want of me?
Oh, she sounds surly as hell, too. I have a favor to ask of you, just east from Estelden, and to the north along the base of the hills surrounding this hidden fort, you'll find an Earthkin camp. The denizens there are of the Asuri Lema tribe, our friends. We must make sure they know of our efforts on their behalf. Will you take this letter to Asiko, their chieftain? It may be that he will openly declare an alliance with my people, which can only serve to strengthen our position in the North Downs. Well, I've got 2 quests now. To the chieftain. So, I'm going to head to the chieftain. Funny enough, after talking about it the other day, someone had a post, I think, in Reddit about the Earthkin, and how there's not any real canon lore for them, but an instance or two where at one point in one of the books, I don't remember what, Gandalf mentions something about it would be good to find a friendlier kind of giant. And that may have been the genesis for the Yortkin to come into the game. And they're obviously a creation of the dev team, but I'm fine with them. The dev team makes some additions. Right now, a lot of people are complaining about changing up the race class combos, allowing for things that don't really make sense in the lore, like Hobbit lore masters and the like. Ideally, yeah, I don't disagree, but making a big deal out of it, these guys are trying to run an enterprise, make sufficient money to keep all them employed and keep the servers running. So they're going to make some less than entirely ideal decisions. I don't have any quests for these wards. So what are the ones I did? In Nanheim Log. Really, these guys don't count for that? I've got to try. Find out. They do, okay. And questy bit on the first one I picked up. So, ideally, yeah, I don't disagree. But in reality, I don't consider it a big deal. The village of the Earthkin. Well, oh. That's right, I forgot there were bad Earthkin as well. There are Earthkin that don't like me. I had forgotten about that. They just don't know me, I think is the real issue there. And if they got to know me, they'd like me just fine. Ooh, ruby shard. Nice. You used to have to kill rare mobs to get shards. We called them shard droppers, unsurprisingly. Just gonna tell me I'm not high enough level? Yeah. Minimum level is 90 for those? That's odd. And I overshot the Yorkkin camp. The Yorkkin camp. You know, but I've seen over-the-top posts, people complaining, like, they're pissing on the Professor Tolkien's creation. I'm like, really, guys? Seriously?
My Durin's beard!
Isn't that just a tad much? Hi, Asiko. A silver locket. I don't currently have... Oh, it's a pocket item. I don't have a pocket item before now? Okay, well, I'm going to certainly use it. I didn't have one before. It would make no sense to not use it. I'm a goofball, but I'm not that big of a goofball.
Little wanderers.
You come from my book. I had not thought on those days for long and long. Are you Gondrunk? No, you are not he. You must forgive me, but it is difficult to know. You little folk look so much alike to the Surilema. My mind is on the pain of my own people. Ding, 28, right there. All right, we have intent concentration. That is the instant full focus. Options, quick slots, unlock. Oh, and over here, endurance stance. Okay, this can go. I actually want to kind of keep that where that is. And now I can use that weapon that I couldn't use just a moment ago. Because I've all grown up now. Obviously not emotionally. Alright.
You have come to help. You are welcome.
Slabs of Oryx meat. That used to be a tough one because the Oryx, if memory serves, are signature mobs. But we're a little more powerful than we used to
If
be.
you have come to help,
Warg hides
you are
and
welcome.
harrow weed. Well, I was planning on killing more wargs anyway, so sure, I can do that. I can help you guys out.
Feel you hear my tidings.
Earthkin weapons from the enemy Earthkin. Ooh, internecine warfare. Who doesn't love it? Giant on giant violence. Can't we all just get along? And the answer evidently is no. Earthkin weapon number 1. And there's the whore mantle. Oryx meat. Om nom nom nom. I'm just a chain killing machine. We're getting some lag here. Alright, that's 7 out of the 15 wargs for the bounty and a warg hide. And we're going to take down another Oryx. Delicious Oryx meat. Oh, wargy. And, you guessed it, another wargy. They hate it when you call them wargies. They think it's insulting. I'm just gonna murder everything. Got another whore mantle. We just need one more Oryx meat. Another warg. A couple more wargs, and we will have the bounty done. We need the harrow weed. The harrow weed. Which one is that? Coat of Shadow. I'm barely in the area where it's supposed to appear. Let's finish off the whore mantle eaten. Some lag there. still waiting on the notification that I got meat from that one. Maybe I didn't actually get meat from that one. Which seems a little strange because it's kind of an aurochs. And they are, generally speaking, made out of meat. Ball of the Yortkin. There's some actual lag. We're looking for harrowweed. There we go, our first one of those. Definitely getting some lag here. I'll grab some yew branches because they're here. Got another warg over there, and we're what, like 2 away on the wargs? Something like that. Yep, 2. Try taking out another one of the ore mantles. See if this one has meat. Lag. There we go. There we go. There's all the aurochs meat. Remove tracking on those because, well, we know where we gotta go. Need 1 more warg and 5 more harrowweed. Scanning. Don't need any more of the evil Yortkin right now. Let him mount up. And look. For the weed. That will be the last of the wargs we need. For the bounty. Bounty complete. Ooh, heavy yew branches. Gotta get those. And harrowweed. Yeah, harrowweed. Need 5 more, and I think that's the last thing we need to help out the Yortkin, at least on the first batch of quests. I know they've got more for us. They send us off into the enemy Yortkin camp to, pretty sure kill more of them, but definitely to get a skull. I think we have to actually carry the skull back. So it's like a skull delivery. Basically, you murder everything that needs murdering, and then you grab the skull and run back. Not a fan of those kinds of quests, where you actually have to carry an object. I'm looking for more harrowweed. I'm in the right place, more or less. It's over here a little more. So maybe a little... Oop, harrowweed. It's 3. So I need 3 more, in the words of... Ooh, got something that needs killing. In the words of the Three Stooges. Harrow, harrow, harrow. And there's 2 of them. One more to go. I see a shiny over there. Let's skip this warg. We're feeling generous. 2 of them. Grab this one. And head back to the Yortkin camp. Cash in. So this is, I believe, session 11 of my free-to-play through. We're at level not sure how representative my leveling speed is. I mean, because I'm familiar with the game. Oh, wow, another movie short. Theoretically, it should be faster than a new player, but I'm sure it feels that way.
Greetings.
You give heart to the Earthkin to return these to us. Thank you, small creature. We are allies. I don't know.
What brings
You brought all that I sent you for. Good. Now I shall fashion for you something of worth for these vile beasts who cause us so much anguish. Orghide helm. Agility? I'll give up a little vit and fate, but I think I'll take it. Orghide helm. Thanks, Mauno. How's it look? That's not a good look. And that's why we go with these cosmetics here. A much nicer, cooler, awesomer look.
You are
Ah, delicious aurochs meat. Such a little creature to bring down such a great creature. I am impressed. You did well, little friend. Little friend. Could you be a little more condescending about that? Agility. No, it's not as good. It's much higher level, but it's not as good. Even though it's light armor, it has more armor, but it has less agility, and it has a little bit of power instead of fit. So, no. Not the best name for an item in the game. Turdam. Kind of unpleasant, actually. But I'm probably going to take it. I am going to take it because it is, I think, slightly better. And so this mace will go away, and I will use Turdam. And I'm dual-wielding hammers. Like every good elf ever, I'm dual-wielding hammers. I'm so elfish, it's almost unbelievable. Collect Asiko's book.
words.
Techniques of the Masters. Mauno.
Say your
Warg Hunters and Dire Wargs. Okay. And has he got the skull?
You may help.
Oh,
Say yours.
bring Ivar's message to Oscari. All these quests are all here, and that's about where the evil Yortkin have their camp. So, Techniques of the Masters all the way over there. As is Purging the Plains. Brothers Plea. Alright. East we go. We need Warg Hunters and Dire Wargs. The Dire Warg. Gee. More Warg death. What a shock. The Dire Warg. So, maybe they send me back again for the Holy Oryx skull. But I know that's a thing, because I definitely remember. It's possible I'm being condescending by describing it as the Holy Oryx skull. Although all skulls have holes in them. Not sure it's really a religious thing. More likely just a symbol of something. Looking for more wargs. There we go. We have another dire warg. Some more yew branches. Last of the dire wargs we need. But we do need warg hunters, I think it was. Yeah. Those may only be in a different area. Like over here. Yeah. Okay. So they're along the northern edge. My memory was that they were by the this path. Dang. And I was in the vicinity. That's part of the area that they're in. They're getting close now to the enemy encampment. Dire warg. Dire warg. Don't need any more dire wargs. That's the encampment up there. Pretty good ride. What did I need? Missing anything else over here? I don't think so. No, and that is a fellowship quest, right? I have to show it to someone first before it becomes a fellowship quest. Tell them about a big, dangerous, ugly, nasty, evil, unpleasant super warg. Fashatlaug. Now, if I can get by them without murdering them, I will. If they're in my way, they're going down. Siko's book is hidden somewhere here. See, he thinks he's clever hiding behind a tree like that, but I see right through him. And perforate him. There's the brother, I think I have to talk to. I'll bring his rune back to Ivari. I'm gonna guess that the chieftain seems like a likely possibility to have the book. But no, evidently not. Well, it seemed logical at the time. Gates in the western part of the encampment, I should say. No shortage of bad guys around. Oh, it's around here somewhere, or on one of them? I don't know. I'll double check in a second. After this guy gets his comeuppance. Hidden somewhere in the camp. Great. Hidden somewhere. Well, is there a chest or anything over here? See one. Also, I have to say that the These guys' buildings are really frequently not effective at all. These. Are those meant to be windbreaks? They would function better differently. Nothing there that I can see. It is a puzzlement. Maybe in this little camp area? There's the book. The book. I still need 4 warg hunters. On the way back, I think I can head a little bit north. Oops, probably pulled him. No, didn't pull him. Nice. And skirt the area. Oops. And find 4 warg hunters. I don't recognize that place. Not sure what that place is. Did I know there was a old broken encampment of some sort there? Old, presumably Arnorian camp or the like? Ost Krithlank. Didn't remember that at all. Oh, maybe we get sent up there? Sure. Not quite in the area yet where we'll find the warg hunters. And that is wargs that are hunters, not hunters of wargs. I might qualify as a warg hunter, in that I've been murdering a lot of wargs. And we're almost in the area now, where we will track down and successfully murder, assuming the lag stops. Rubber banding my ass. Warg hunter. That's one. Didn't even need to mount up. Warg hunter. I'm gonna splurge on a heart warg hunter. Warg hunters. Back to the Yortkin. Lots and lots of yew wood around. I'll need a lot of that if I want to get mastery tier 3. So I'm picking up lots, but not all. I could spend the rest of the day just harvesting wood. Oh, wrong way. Right way. Definitely don't want to make a wrong turn.
You are welcome
Now I
here.
know the truth. The rune you carry is a gift I gave my brother many years ago. The symbol upon it in our language means kinship. It has been etched over with a symbol we used to mean without value. The lies of the Angmarim run too deep. My brother is beyond my reach now. I find my heart no less troubled by what I must do, but I now know there is no choice.
Hear me out, traveler!
Oh, he's the one with that, with the Oryx Skull quest.
This is unthinkable!
Let me sell. Leather Helm of Fate. That's the one I just got rid of. Minimum level. Wow, those are really quite good. Those are really good. We're holding on to those until we can wear them in level. Where is it? Like leather gloves of courage. Nothing makes me feel courageous quite like gloves. Scale Jacket of Fate. I can't wear that one. Elven Leather Shoes of Might. Why is it of might? They don't have might in them. Adge, Vit, and Fizz. Those are really good too. Just as random drops, I got good boots and gloves that I'll be able to wear in level. Well, half a level.
Little wanderers.
In time past, I would ask my brethren for the book, and it would be given freely. Since the arrival of the men of the north, my brethren have changed. They have forsaken their oaths and follow the men without thinking of the damage they do to the land. It is sad that the book had to be taken from them with war and death, but honor says it must be so. Take this book to little Gondrak, and tell him honor is satisfied. May he use its knowledge well. I can do that.
What brings you to
Many
this
wargs have
place?
you slain. Good. Some remain, but our hunters can keep them at bay. The herds are thinned. The winter will be lean this year, but the earthkin shall endure. Thank you, little one. Problem, big fella. Rico's got another quest for me. Stelden's Eyes.
Little ones do not understand.
You have helped us enough,
our
little friend,
troubles.
and you have the thanks of our tribe. I know that the menfolk, these rangers, must need your help again. I see them looking out with their watchful eyes. Offer assistance to Methendir. Alright. He must be there. That one is there. Head back to Gondrank, and then we'll talk to Melfindir. Melfindir? My eyes are going. My eyes are shot, guys. My hearing, too, is going. Stay young. Just take that advice from me. Well, actually, I guess we'll go with this one first, even though we're going to have to plummet off a cliff. No, we aren't. Okay, there he is.
What do you need?
You have come to aid me? That as well. I have many fears tugging at my mind today.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Collect ranger troves. That's what you got for me, ranger troves, huh? Let me talk to Gondrank. That's what I was doing the other night. I was Gondrank. I did have a lot of fun in my Independence Day stream. Some of that fun was in liquid form. Yeah, okay, I didn't think they'd let you get the bounties more than once a day. Hello, Gondrank. My thanks to Asiko for his courtesy, and to you for your assistance. With this lore, I will be able to craft the best possible armor I may for the people of Trestlebridge. Thanks, halberd. What the big halberd you've got there, sir? My, that's a
What
big
can I
halberd.
do for you?
We will repair my gear, and here, I just got this cool halberd. You want to buy it back from me? I mean, buy it from me? Ranger troves. I need 3, but they're scattered all over like there's a dozen of them. If memory serves, it's actually just 3. I could be wrong. As I said, it's been a while since I've gone through a Stelden quest. The amount of time it's been since I ran through a lot of the low-level stuff is actually bringing a great deal of, say, refreshment to the game. I was talking about that last night with my friend who I unexpectedly pulled back into trying the game again. I say trying the game like he didn't like it. He played for years. Alright, Ranger Troves. Well, the implication is from the map that there ought to be some to the north. I'll continue to pick up new Rangers. I'm going to need those. One of the really nice quality of life additions they've given us is in the crafting for processing. Instead of crafting 100 bows, instead you can make do processing the materials for like 30 or 40. Basically, processing is you just take your boards and turn them into shavings, you turn the shavings and turn them into boards. That gives you crafting experience, and it turns your materials into crafting experience instead of a smaller amount of crafting experience and items that you then turn around and sell. It's just so much more efficient, especially at higher levels where the amount of stuff it used to take to reach mastery in the high tiers of stuff, there doesn't appear to be any cache in this area, despite it being clearly labeled. And my brain telling me I thought there was a cache somewhere in this northern area. Could still be. It used to just take vast amounts of material. Oh, Ranger Drove. Come on. Used to take vast amounts of material to actually hit mastery in crafting at the higher tiers. Just really, really large amounts. Since over time they basically increased the amount of materials that it took to reach even proficiency, let alone mastery. It just got harder and harder and harder as you leveled up. Ranger Trove. Two troves. Good start. One more trove to go. Brain's telling me maybe up there. Could be. As I said, sometimes my brain is right. Doesn't happen as often as I'd like. But sometimes. Every once in a while, the old brain still functional. Whoop, we got a quest circle over here. He's got a number of quests.
Would you do something for me?
Hillborn Woad and Hillborn Orcanet. Captains of the Black
Would you do
Tide
something for me?
Fellowship quest. Yeah, these are the ones. This is Symbol of Hope. Alright, that's not a fellowship. Full fellowship quests.
Would you do something for me?
Goblin Slave Colors. Yeah, Dol Dinan is not a good place historically. That was
Stay a moment.
it was a place where a lot of people ended up getting like their first death. So another one of the areas that was filled with signature mobs. And basically, if you weren't going in with a group, your odds were pretty poor of getting out seriously alive. The Dol Dinan area. Great. Have to chop it twice. Once first time gave me the XP. Second time gives me the wood because I was in the map page. Yay. And more you. Again, I would do everything in my power to never work on any of the serious crafting stuff. Leveling up the crafting and the like on the stream because it is tedious and not good viewing.
Greetings.
It will take some work to make many of these weapons usable, but they're better than hoes and pitchforks. I'll leave the hose joke right there. We shall set about the repairs at once. I trust that your search was not too difficult. We must be resolute and fight back against these orcs before the North Downs are lost. They must not be allowed to invade Breeland, or many innocents will be killed. All the North.
Might I take a moment of your
Scout the
time?
Hillman camp in the eastern Ramduath. Scout the pass through the western Ramduath. Sending me up towards the Ramduath. Those are in the north. Symbol of Hope uses the exact same area as the Ranger Troves did. There's the Ramduath. The scouting of the Ramduath. Excuse me. Please excuse me. I beg your forgiveness. I humbly beg. First things first, we'll head to that one. First things first. I say first things first an awful lot. As if there was any other choice in the matter. Up. Hillborn Woad. Woad and Orcanet. Now, Woad is a real-world thing. I don't know if Orcanet is. Top of my head. But there's some Orcanet right next to that warg. So, chop down the wood here. Gather the yew branches. And Or afraid of work. And grab the Orcanet. The path passes up here in the Ramduath lead into Angmar itself, eventually. There's another Earthkin camp through this path. I think this path is filled with drakes. I did it again. There's an Earthkin camp and then a Hillman, a friendly Hillman camp. Which I've been, the ones I've kind of been working through or was working through on the main account brawler. Ooh, spooters. Did I get more spooters? I think I did. No, I finished off the spiders, I guess. Heavy U branches. Gotta hit that. Pardon the phrase. I'd hit that repeatedly with my axe. I believe what happens is we get in here, we spot drakes, and we go, holy shit, drakes. I think I pulled a spider. I did. He's chasing. Home to worms and drakes. Yep. Holy shit. Worms and drakes. The worms aren't bad, generally speaking. Drakes, however, more heavy U, they're less friendly. Their SIGs are elite mobs. Again, at least in vanilla, in the early versions of the game, most of your characters, while soloing, you're going to avoid signatures and elites. In particular, elite masters. I'll beat an elite master on my my brawler. The elite master turtle in Malonhead in Angmar. Almost got him. Didn't get him. Got sent to the res circle. More heavy U. I can't say no. What you wood am I carrying? That'll get me to about 90. 89. Scout the Hillman camp at the eastern Ramduath. And any U that doesn't get processed into progress, I'm going to end up selling on the auction house. I collected up a bunch of stuff on that brawler I was just talking about and sold it for more than 100 gold. Which was more than I expected, for sure. Though there is actually a significant amount of commerce going on at the lower levels. With twinks and the like selling for stuff. Hillmen have established a small camp beyond the Ramduath. Well, hello there yourself. I hope your Wednesday is going good. I also hope I got the day of the week right. I think I did. For a change. All right, those guys, not so much. We're looking for Woad and Orcanet. Woad and Orcanet, which is all over the place. Mostly over here. More U branches. Can't stop picking it up. I do recommend for any new players that if you aren't interested in crafting itself, and the crafting system is a little different with the way it has. You choose like one of 7 or 8 callings, and you get the 3 crafting skills that are in that, and have to work with those 3, or have multiple characters to fill in the blanks, or use the market. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's very kind. Have a brief but successful day of work. The brief is particularly important. It's very, very nice of you to do. I'm more than appreciative. All right. I'm looking for Orcanet and Woad, please. Orcanet and Woad. Well, look at that. Hillborn Woad. That one tree appears to have like a graphical glitch. Well, maybe not. There's more Orcanet. Looks like there's a couple of them, so evidently not a graphical glitch. It's just certain facings on those are either reflective or just very pale. Something. We're at 2 each. Oh, there we go. That's another Woad. I need 1 more Woad and 2 more Orcanets. Scanning for Woad and Orcanet. Scanning. Scanning. 2 Woad. Need 1. Got 2. And an Orcanet. I need 1 more Orcanet. I'm done with this quest. I'm going to start heading back. And this will take us through an area that doesn't have it, but then we'll get to an area that should right there. Under the G. One more Orcanet. And we should be able to find one somewhere in this general vicinity. Orcanet. We've got dye plants. We return to Nethur in Estelden. And we need to talk to Melfindir. A couple more quest turn-ins. Lots of riding around in the eastern North Downs, as you probably noticed. So that does slow down leveling a bit. opposed to the places where everything's a lot more concentrated. Multimedia overload! Ah! Quick, turn on the soundtrack and crank it up. And read the books at the same time. Cover all your bases. It's a relief to know that the Angmarim forces are not as great as I had feared. Also, while I had known the valley in the west to be home to worms, I did not know that drakes had come there as well. You've done us a great service this day. There is much yet to be done before we are prepared to deal with the threat from Angmar. Can't use the helm. Shoulders are not very good. And Helm Crusher will and in combat power regen. Even though it's slightly more damage, I'm going to pass because the other ones have got better stats. I'm a fellowship guy, as you might be able to actually tell over my shoulder. I actually won that in a contest. It's a Fellowship of the Ring poster, signed by Gandalf himself, Ian McKellen.
Would you do something for me?
I felt that Fellowship was
Stay
the
a
truest to the books. I want to remove that. And remove.
Would you do something for me?
I thought my biggest problem with Two Towers is I felt that he journeyed away from the lore unnecessarily. Making it seem like going into Helm's Deep was a mistake, when in fact that was what they encouraged him to do. And of course, to my mind, the one I really never understood, which was elves at Helm's Deep? Oh, and probably the single worst moment in the entire trilogy. Films, Legolas shield surfing downstairs. But then I'm a crabby old man and I have a great many opinions.
What can I do for you?
Yep, and that's what matters. My statements were opinion, not fact. I have a lot of facts. I consider many of my opinions to be fact. That doesn't make them facts. No, so you enjoy the things you enjoy. Same way with MMOs. There's MMOs I love, MMOs I hate. But I don't blame people for playing and enjoying the ones that I hate. That's just difference of opinion. Yes, I'm going to agree with you on that one. Parts of the first of the 3 Hobbit movies I liked. It really, really lost me on the second and the third. And generally, overdoing the whole thing, especially the effects. So, unfortunately, at some point, Peter Jackson fell in love with himself as an action movie director. Well, this has got more fate and power and armor. Okay, I guess I'll take that cloak. And I just think that he's better as a director when he's not trying to do as much. Find Elur and speak with him. Where's Elur? Elur? Valley of the Worms. Oh, dear me. Shattering the Alliance. Ah, him. And that is Brooches from Hillman. Alright, well, we'll back off. If you ever saw his King Kong, the ludicrous, awful, one of the worst action sequences I've ever seen was in that movie. The one where everyone's trying to run away from the dinosaur stampede. It's terrible. It's laughably bad. And if that's not the worst, then the worst is the barrel escape in the second Hobbit movie, as that's awful too. It's just so overdone and stupid. Personally, I actually trace it. There's a section in Fellowship that is completely an unnecessary, unhelpful action sequence. It's in Moria, it's the crumbling stairs where the dwarf gets thrown. That whole thing is 5 minutes of unnecessary, pointless, unthrilling action. That doesn't add, in my mind, to the story at all. And there's so many other places he could have put 5 minutes of content. That will be a fraud or scam call on the phone. I'm going to mute, so you don't have to hear it. A hang-up.
Greetings.
Collect Ongbur's badges. That's in Doldinen again. They really want me to go to Doldinen. If you've seen the extended versions of the movies that were released, the director's cuts, and I haven't watched them in a while. But one of the cut scenes was one that I really, really liked. It was a very simple, like, I don't know, 30 seconds or a minute, with Aragorn leading the hobbits through the wilds, and they're sleeping, and he's quietly singing to himself at the campfire. Basically singing about, you know, if memory serves, an old Elvish song. And I just thought it was really, it added depth. I mean, certainly the lore is a big part of the attraction of The Lord of the Rings, that it feels like there's all of this past stuff that has occurred to give meaning to what's going on in the story. And I think it added to that much better than you're going to have to throw me. Of course, I was never a fan of them turning Gimli into comic relief either. So, I think very highly of the 3 movies that Peter Jackson did. They were a cogent and unified narrative direction. Even if I didn't like all of his choices, it's a series of movies I admire a great deal and enjoy. But, as someone who's read the book so many times, you would expect I'm going to have quibbles. Also, as a grouchy old man, I'm going to have quibbles. And I'm kind of quibbly pretty much all the time anyway. Yeah, that's a weird sort of graphical glitch we're getting with some of these trees. Stanching the flow. Defeat Hillman armorers. Those are SIGs, if memory serves. I don't remember the big statues leading into Angmar. I don't remember that at all. That's funny. The Witch King version of the 2 great statues along the Anduin. All right, he keeps coming. He's going to have to pay for his temerity. Yeah, I mean, given how big of a Lord of the Rings nerd I am, for him to have done, in my opinion, as well as he did is nothing short of a miracle. So, yeah. It was better than I had hoped. And certainly some parts are just absolute masterpieces. I think the Mirror of Galadriel section is just about flawless. He certainly made the Balrog impressive as hell, even if I'm not in agreement with his visualization. But then that is historically something people complain about all the time, or argue about all the time, is what does a Balrog actually look like? I've not read the books. I have played a little bit of the games, and I've heard that also is sort of one of those things that people are arguing about a lot. It can be hard for, especially me, I would consider myself to be a Witcher novice, to actually make any sort of cogent judgment on myself. I need the Hillman Armorers, right? Yeah. Wow, okay, there we are. Where's the damn armorers? Oh, there's one. Yep, Sigs. He's not in line of sight, my touches. Come into my line of sight, thank you. There's an armor. Yeah, those are the ones that always get me. Generally, I prefer if you're doing an IP that has a significant number of people who are really dedicated to it. And that is obviously holds true for Lord of the Rings, The Witcher. You've got to be really careful. You don't have to make it slavish, but you've got to catch the right spirit of it. It has to feel right. So you get something like, from what I understand anyway, the Halo TV show, which I have not heard a single good thing about from anyone. You know, you don't have to slavishly follow the material, but you can't crap on it either. You know, there will be people who are going to insist, oh, you've got to slavishly follow everything, and I think that's silly. But you really just don't want to crap on stuff. Because these things, they matter to the fans. They really do. A Hillman Armorer. I need 2 more of those to kill. Come on, Armorer. Fine. Gonna make me do it, are you? I mean, it's a tough thing to do. You're trying to create a show that has an enormous popular appeal, and I don't envy trying to live up to that. But if you crap on the property, the people aren't going to be happy about it. I didn't want to get all of those guys. I will now run away. Pardon me while I run away. I wasn't expecting to get 4. I was expecting to get 1. There's an awful lot of hillmen around here. Have you noticed? And lag. That's not a great combo. For me, it happens off and on. It tends to happen in certain places. And I'm not surprised by any of it. I mean, basically, the game has recently had a nice big jump in the population from... this one didn't aggro. Okay. From the anniversary event. All the free giveaways and stuff that brought in new players, brought back old players. So it's not that surprising, and it's kind of a mixed... obviously the lag is bad and annoying and makes us angry and frustrated, but also it's a good sign for the game because the game's so busy right now. But they've got to fix it. It has got to get fixed soon. Perfect. When I say perfect, I don't mean it, by the way. And that's the last of the armors we need, but I'm going to take a sec to heal up. And maybe eat something? How about a muffin? Do you know the Muffin Man? So yeah, the lag has been intermittently bad. Sometimes it's not a problem at all. Not very often that it's not a problem at all, but sometimes it's not a problem at all. Other times it's terrible. Need one more weapon rack. I had forgotten about this area. Once I get here, I do remember what a pain in the butt it is. Mob density for miles. I think that's the last of the weapon racks I need. Stop right there. Jerk. Kill the Hillman Plague Bearer. Oh, that sounds lovely. Yeah, every once in a while, the lag becomes brutal. Or in one place will be brutal. And it definitely, as the British would say, needs fixed. Like right now, I'm lagging. I'm holding the double key and now I'm not lagging. Plague Bearer. I'm looking for a Plague Bearer. He sounds nice. He is probably in that tent. She. Looks like a she. Oop. Okay, I do have eyes on. Alright, I'm out. So long, guys. It's been real. There's only 3 or 4 of them chasing me. They're giving up. Losers. We're in a moderately safe spot. Let's see what we've got. Adge and Will, that's okay. Vit, Fate, and Resistance, that's okay too. Cap of the Ramduaf, no. Can't wear that. It's nice. It's not a bow, I could use a bow. Agility. The other ones I'm wearing are both agility and crit. Vit and Fate is better than just 8 agility, so I will go with that one, I think. Ding 29. Nice. This pleases me. I am pleased. Please, please me. Oh yeah. Like I please you. Sorry, that's a musical reference. Want to be clear on that. The one I just got. It is. Off comes the one with just 8 Adge. Not great. Need to return to Melfindir. I think, occasionally, if I DF, I think it will take me right near him to the res circle right near him. Because I'm going to be calling it an afternoon in a minute. I'm right. I was right. The brain worked again, guys. And I'm trying to not get cocky, but the brain worked. I will be calling it an afternoon after I cash in this quest. Oh, and spend my talent point. Trait point. Whatever. I think I'm putting him in there. Draw weight. Yep. I expect I'll be back at this again tomorrow at the usual time. It's somewhere between 11 a.m. and noon Pacific. Today was a little later. That might happen too. It's going to be hit and miss.
How can I be of service?
This is not a guaranteed every day at this time, but I'm trying most days. And we got a rep up with the Rangers of Estelden. I'm a friend. I'm a friend. Title awarded. Estelden friend. 10? 10 LotRO points. Woo! What are we up to? 130. Yeah, right. We will continue back to Estelden. We'll sell crap, and then I'll be calling it a day. I will be back as well in about 3 hours, I think. For the later session, I'll be playing on my main account. My brawler on on Independence Day, the 4th of July, I got her up to level 45 and nabbed her legendary items. But she hasn't had a chance to beat the living crap out of things with her items yet. So I'm looking forward to that.
What do you need?
What do I need? Indeed. What do I need? I could use that, but I'd have to be level 45, and I'm not. I don't have the rep for it. Basically, there's nothing he has that I can purchase out of here.
How can I be of service?
No, that's not helpful either. Neither of you guys is helping me out here. Rangers, you know, just rangers. I'll sell stuff to empty out. Empty out. Ha, that's a joke. My inventory. The only real pain point I've found so far
How may I be of service to you?
in the free-to-play experience is, unsurprisingly, inventory space. A dwarf robe of determination. Is that a looker? That's not a looker. Is it better than what I'm using? It actually is. All right, we have to hold on to that one until I'm level 30. The Ancient Longsword, level 30. That's not as good. Sell that. Sell. Heavy armor, can't use it. Butterbur's mantle, no. And no. Oh, we've got a lot of crap
Greetings,
in our
friends.
inventory.
How may I be of help?
Unsurprisingly. So I'm going to call it here. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. I'll be back in about 3 hours' time for my evening session, so to speak, my late session. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a little bit of fun, entertainment, amusement, diversion, something. Should be back again at roughly the same time tomorrow, so that's between 11 and noon Pacific, 2 to 3 Eastern time. And back in a couple hours, 3 hours or so, playing on my main account. And that should be it. So, thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Hope the rest of your Wednesday goes great. Catch you next time. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.